What's up, y'all?
Hi, guys.
It's time to subscribe because this is April's birthday week.
It's my birthday week, guys.
That was the time. So stop fooling around.
My husband got me a nice necklace, so go ahead and subscribe.
Subscribe right now.
Paradigm 7 Studios.
Just between him and me, there's a line, there's no tricks, ooh, there's a love.
Welcome to Just John and April, the relationship podcast, your place to level up your intimacy. And we are here, as usual, Lance J Radio Network, excited about being here once again.
Yes.
And looking forward to today's episode. So how's it going, babe?
I'm excited about talking about what we're going to talk about.
Are you?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I am too.
I love good topics to talk
As do I.
Yeah.
So the question is, Lance just got finished talking about something. Mm-hmm. Lance was making his predictions just a few seconds ago about what he thinks is going to happen in the NFL. You know, you don't care that much about the NFL. You haven't watched.
I like the NFL.
But you haven't watched any. Honestly,
What are you talking about?
I don't think you care unless the Falcons are playing, and we know they haven't been playing.
I mean, I will watch. I will watch a game, and I'll watch a game.
Anyway,
I used to watch all the time, but I've kind of when you guys did that whole.
Oh, when we did the strike?
When you did the strike,
yeah, that kind of took your wind out of yourself.
Yeah, I kind of moved away from football.
I haven't watched football the same way since then either. Actually, I used to be in like 3 different fantasy football leagues.
I was in fantasy
football.
football.
And all that
Me
stuff.
too. We used to watch it all the time.
Yeah.
I had my teams,
right.
everything.
And
now
after the strike, it's like,
yeah. I mean, I want Falcons to win every time.
Clearly.
You know that.
Right.
And I do want the Giants to win when they're not playing the Falcons. So,
amen.
You know,
but neither one of our teams have a chance. Have a snowball's chance.
They don't.
So Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowls, most Super Bowls out of any quarterback.
Yeah.
Clearly, everybody thinks he's the best. And as Lance was giving his predictions, he gave another prediction about why he thinks that Tom Brady will probably retire from football after this season. And of course, nobody knows. He could keep going because, I mean, he'll be 45, I think, in the offseason, but you know, I think he wants to play until he's 50. I don't know what his prediction was, but anyway,
yeah,
he could keep going. His diet is good. Everything. He's dope. So Lance seems to think that the reason why Tom will probably retire is because it's time for him to concentrate on being a father and a husband. And he feels like you probably can't do that as well when you're traveling around the country, when you're always training for football and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure there's a lack there. You know,
I think so too. So
I mean, you know how it is when you're working all the time and stuff. I mean, you can't do 100% in both.
Right.
You can't.
Yeah. I agree. Mm-hmm. So do you think he's going to retire?
I mean, I for his wife and children, I would hope so.
I hope so too.
You know, I mean, if his wife is like, you know, I'm fine with the way things are, then that's cool. But the kids really do want you there.
I agree with that.
Regardless of what your wife feels, the kids
think they
always
might be teenagers too.
Yeah, the kids always want the parent there. They do.
This is a critical time in their lives.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure he's there. I'm sure he's there for them as much as he can be.
Yeah.
You know, but I know firsthand.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
I don't play football.
No, you don't. But your job requires a lot of you.
Yes.
And right now, you took 3 months off.
I did.
For a sabbatical.
Yep. And
I am like, wow. You know, this is really nice and new and different.
I'm hereer than I normally am.
Yes.
Wow.
Even when you're here. So I feel like even when Tom Brady is home,
he's probably not really present.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, not all the way. Like when you're working and you're in your stuff, you're not always present.
Right.
Like you're here.
Right.
You're even responding back.
Right.
But I can feel that you're not all the way. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said for his wife and children, I think it would be nice. It would be nice because, you know, I'm feeling that now.
Right.
And I don't know if I want you to go back.
So,
3 months ain't long enough.
So this is the thing. My opinion is I think Tom Brady would definitely be going back and playing another season if he had a record to break or something like that. But this guy has everything. He has more Super Bowls. He's got more passing yards. He's got more touchdowns. I mean, well, he may not have the touchdown record or the. Who cares about that though? I think he's already in the GOAT conversation. I don't know that there's anything else he could do to make himself GOATer.
I don't think he's
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's about being Goater.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I think it's about a true, honest love relationship.
Okay, maybe he
with
just
football.
loves the game.
He's
Okay.
in love
Yeah.
with football.
Yeah, that's probably it.
So much so that
Right.
to give it up is
Right.
heartbreaking.
Right.
I mean, think about it. Think about the GOATs.
Right.
Jordan couldn't give it up,
Right.
even though he did for baseball
He
for a little
retired
bit.
for a second, but it came right back.
Came right
That's
back,
true. Then
right?
retired again and came back again.
Exactly,
Right.
because that love.
Yeah.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Tiger can't give it up.
Right.
You know?
Even now, he's got a shattered leg. He's coming back again, even after all that. He could have
Listen,
given it up a couple times.
And I'm sure that I could name more.
Yeah.
On the, those who can't give it up because there's a love there that is deep.
So then I have a different question because I've been asking myself this question since I went on sabbatical. Mm-hmm. And the question is, since we're talking about it,
Mm-hmm.
how much of what I do is wrapped up in who I am? It's like an existential question that I've been asking this whole time. It's actually probably one of the things that I've been most nervous about when I decided to go on sabbatical was this idea of what if during this time I figure out that I'm nothing without what I do? Or what if during this time I realize, man, everything was so much about what I do that I don't know who I am.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? That's a good point because think about it. Tom Brady, these guys, they start young.
Yeah, right.
Start young.
He starts in Pop Warner. He's been playing
Exactly.
football his whole life.
That's my point.
Since he
And
was a little kid.
For you've been doing this. I mean, you started at 21.
Right, exactly.
So you've been doing this for 21 years.
Right. That's true.
And it may be that it's who you are. And now, you can't see yourself away from it. And I think that might be Tom Brady's thing. And not saying that he can't do it because he can, just like you can. I mean, he's good.
Right.
He can keep going if he wants to.
Right.
But the point is, should you?
Right.
That's the question.
Really the question.
That's the question.
So anyway.
Yeah.
So I wish Tom Brady the best. Hopefully he ends up retiring and is able to just kick his feet up, chill at home with his wife and kids. Yeah. But if he decides to play another year, I wish him the best then too. Lance don't like him. Lance said he's so happy that dude isn't going to be dominating his TV for the next, several weeks and won't be in the Super Bowl this year and stuff like that. They do go crazy on Tom Brady though. When Tom Brady
That's very
what I'm
true.
saying?
True.
Anyway, all right. So just for a few moments, I want to ask you a question because you sent me something earlier this week. It was an article that I thought was very interesting, and I thought let's talk about this on the show. In fact, I think you said we need to talk about this on the show.
Yeah.
The article is entitled "West Elm Caleb," and you talked about you introduced me to this idea called the love bomber or the love bomb.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck? What is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so this guy, I guess, and it went viral on TikTok.
Okay.
Because, they put it out there like this guy was basically love bombing women.
And was this like an online dating scam or something?
Online dating. I don't know if it's a scam.
Okay.
But online dating,
right.
He would really have great connections with these women.
Okay.
Like a great connection. It was like, oh my goodness, this is so good. They end up meeting with him, having an actual face-to-face date.
Okay.
They said it was tall, handsome, great-looking guy, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And they would have a wonderful connection even on the date.
Okay.
But then after the date, no response.
Very
no
next
text,
day, no text,
no nothing, no
just
call.
get ghosted.
Ghosted, right.
Wow.
So you were just love bombed by this guy.
Okay.
And
All
so this had happened to several women, and it went viral.
This person that posted it on TikTok, she started getting responses from other women saying...
Same thing happened to me,
something happened to me.
same guy, whatever.
Which is probably what made it go viral because,
Right.
This dude is doing it to everybody.
Right. And it says that this happens a lot in New York.
Okay.
This is in New York. It happens a lot in
West Elm is a part of New York, obviously. And so
Right.
this guy, maybe his name was actually Caleb. So they're calling him West Elm Caleb, which means if you've been love bombed by somebody that, you thought you had a great date and then they ghost you, you just had a West Elm Caleb.
Exactly. So now that is what it's called.
Wow.
Yes. So, I mean, online dating is already scary for some people.
Yeah. And I would say, I actually think if there's a person that was thinking about online dating, if they saw an article like this, they'd be like, nah, I'm definitely not going to do it. Because I would think, just for me personally, that this would be a big deterrent for me. The idea that maybe I would go out with a person, like them, and then never hear from them again. It almost feels like a roller coaster or a seesaw type thing where it's like,
Yeah. It might be roller coastery.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you go and you like it and then no.
Right.
And you're thinking,
this
great.
is working out. This is great.
Yeah,
We just
I'm
had a
done.
great date. Let's go have a second one. And then the person doesn't respond to
Exactly. Now
anything.
you got to start all over again with the whole picking the next person. That can be an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
So here's my question, though. So my question really is, with these women that are dealing with this, it was a guy, right? This love bomb situation, it's not like it's going both ways. It's basically one guy doing it, and these other women that are saying, I've had somebody do that too. Was it actually the same dude doing it, or is this a because you said it was a New York culture? Is this a regular cultural thing of online dating in New York?
This is a regular cultural thing in New York, online dating.
Okay.
But it's saying it happens everywhere. This particular thing happens everywhere, and it wasn't necessarily him for everybody, but it was for him with some people.
What I'm asking you though is, does it ever go the other way? Do
I don't
men?
know.
Okay, but the article wasn't
saying that. The article did not say that. The article was specific to women.
Okay.
This happening.
Wow.
Okay. And it's talking about basically the bad etiquette that goes on during with dating apps and all that kind of stuff. But during this time with the pandemic and everything, this is the way people are dating now.
Of course.
And so you have to deal with these terrible, etiquette.
Yeah.
There is no etiquette. Like there should be some rules.
Right.
Now let me take that back.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure that the audience knows that I am not saying anything's wrong with going on a date and then not responding to the person no more. Like seriously, if you don't even want to contact that person, that's up to you.
That's
I'm not going to say you wrong for that.
Right.
Okay, but
it would be nice if you were if you were the person that was being dated in that situation. You would not want that to happen to you. You would not want to be ghosted.
I think I would rather there be some type of communication where it's like, I had a great time, but I'm going to continue looking. So that I can say, oh, cool, done.
Yeah, at least there's expectation that
but if
it didn't go as well as I thought it did.
But if you're looking for a text today, then
right.
you can be looking for a text tomorrow. Then you
right.
can be looking for
right.
I ain't trying to be doing that.
Right,
now.
okay.
So I think there should be some kind of rule, like if you decide this is not the person that you want to be with or whatever, that you would send a complimentary text to say, hey, I had fun with you, but I'm going to continue looking.
So then it sounds like you're saying that maybe long time etiquette, like, several rules we don't need, but we at least need one rule, which is no ghosting.
yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like, just pay me the courtesy at least of saying, hey, I'm going to look elsewhere or whatever it is so that the person doesn't feel like they have a chance to continue doing this over and over again.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
And my feeling is when it really comes down to it, we always encourage online dating.
Yes.
We've said online dating is fine. And the reason we say that is because the online dating app can't actually go on the date for you.
Right.
They can't make your relationship work. They can't. Yeah, it doesn't make you have the conversation. All it really does is it's a new way of setting up a way to meet people.
Yeah.
So we think that's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
I know, but I think that there are more stories out there about horror experiences.
I agree.
Than the people that we've counseled that are married after online dating, and they're great for each other. So we've seen wonderful outcomes.
Right.
But I also have a very close friend that says to me she will never do it again because of the horrible experiences she's had.
She did it, didn't like it, and forget it, I'm done.
Like didn't like it and said, I'm gonna just give it another chance. Let me try again. And then horrible. So I don't know, like what. And let me tell you. So if I were to do this, I know you're probably gonna ask me if I would want like this.
Let me ask you right now.
Yeah.
I die next week, right? And after 10 long years of mourning. Then you decide that you're going to go back on the scene again. We have encouraged people to online date. The question is, would you actually do it?
I don't know. And let me tell you why.
Okay.
I'm very picky.
You are very picky.
Very
that
picky.
Is true.
Very picky. And I feel like if I see a picture of somebody, okay, and then we get to the date
and it ain't the same,
and it ain't even close.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a problem with that.
That's a problem.
That's a problem.
I
Listen, there was this one guy I will never forget. He was at a basketball game. I was in high school. He was at a basketball game, and I saw him over, across the,
the gym.
The gym.
Yeah.
And he was in he had a little shade around him. It was hidden.
So it was dark in the
ooh.
area where he was standing, basically.
He had on a hat. I was like, he is cute. All the girls trying to talk to the guys,
Yeah.
And honey, it was a going back and forth. Ooh, he thinks you cute. Ooh, she thinks you cute. And then when we got to a part where it was like we were coming together and it was kind of like online dating. Yeah. And we went into the light. I was like, oh no. And I have expressed to this person that I thought he was cute as well.
Oh my goodness.
So now I had to stand there and talk to him through the whole game.
And you found out he really wasn't.
And I didn't even think he was cute.
Okay, we had a word for that back in high school. You know what that is?
What?
They call that a scud.
Oh, no.
Do you know what a scud is?
No.
Okay, so back in the 90s when we grew up,
Yeah.
there was a particular war that was being fought, Bill Clinton's war, I think, and they were using scud missiles all the time. So we started doing this. So basically, a scud is, for us, a girl who looks good from afar, and then you get close and you find out she doesn't look good, and she blew up in your face. Basically, that's a scud.
Okay, well then I encountered
a
a scud.
You did,
okay?
yes.
And so when I think about that, I think about online dating.
Word of the day. What is our word of the day?
Oh my goodness! Oh my.
So you don't want any scuds, and our word of the day. Our word of the day is not scud. By the way.
Because I'm just saying, for me,
you couldn't.
I would be afraid of that.
I'm going to tell you in a second after we tell you the word of the day
what
I would do, because I actually.
What would you do? Oh, you're going to say out of?
Yeah. Okay. After we're done with the word of the day, what is the word of the day?
Bright siding.
Bright.
I really like this word.
Siding. We found this definition in the. What's the name of the
Urban Dictionary?
Yeah, the Urban Dictionary. We like this word.
Yeah,
bright siding.
The act of spinning a positive outlook on any situation, no matter how depressing it may seem.
Wow. Bright siding.
This is what I would say.
Yeah.
Bright siding this love bomber. I would say, good ladies.
Yeah.
You were able to see the red flag right away. Would you rather him lead you on for 6 months? He only led you on for 1 or 2 conversations. A conversation and a date.
Right.
Hey, you can get over that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you'll be able to get over him leading you on for 6 months and you thinking, oh man, he about to ask me to marry him after a year or whatever.
Right.
And then he just dips and never responds anymore.
Right.
So that's a red
there is
flag.
a bright side to this.
There's a bright side.
Even though it may be depressing, because you know what? If you've been trying to find the right person online and you've been going through this and that, and it's kind of, just a slow process that doesn't seem to be going anywhere, and you finally find the guy that you think is good. You have this great date.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he ghosts you. I'm sure that's got to feel terrible.
It
but
does.
You can at least look at the bright side and say, at least I found out early.
Yeah. And I mean, I think you can get over it much faster, when it's just one date.
You might be right, but
you can get over it much faster.
It might be harder if it's been happening over and over again, though.
That's true. And then you start thinking, is it me?
Right. That's true.
Oh, that is so true. It turns. But then that's why people stop.
That is right. Okay, so let me tell you what I would do. If I went on an online date, I would never tell you.
What? I don't get it. You would never tell me.
You know how people talk about, what they would do after they're married and stuff like that? I'm not getting married again. I ain't dating again. I ain't doing none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I already planned. I'm not getting married. If you die today, that's it for me.
You're
I'm done.
Rest of your life.
I will not.
I think I'm the same, babe.
Yeah.
To be honest.
But
you know what? If it's if it's been like 10 years though, I might get lonely after a while. I'll be like, yo, man, I'm dating again. And I'll probably do at least a few online dates.
No.
I would try it.
I would.
I would try it.
Just for me. That's just not my thing. I'm a little too much of an introvert for that, honey. I don't know about that.
Listen, by the time I die, they'll have a new dating site for introverts. And it'll be perfect for you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right.
Anyway, look, y'all. We're glad that you're here, and we hope that you come back next week. We'll be here right here once again.
That's right. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yes, thanks for staying by and for letting us laugh and have fun with you for a little while.
Exactly.
And we hope to see you soon.
See you guys.
Bye, y'all.